Today it is October 31st, 2016, and a lot of things are going on here. Amidst all this tumult concerning the U.S. elections, I maintain that the U.S. elections are just a diversion. I want to point out to everybody what is written in Psalm 102 about the appointed time. Psalm 102 and verse 13, "You shall arise and have mercy upon Zion, for the time to favor her, yes, the set time is come." Now, which means that these times were appointed from the beginning by Jehovah, and Jubilee is one of them, and the time to favor her comes after the 77s are complete. And I'll just prove this point before I continue with my little monologue here. Daniel 9. Verse 24, 77s are determined upon your people, that's the Jews, and upon the holy city, that's Jerusalem, to finish the transgression and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity. So that means that this has to happen at an appointed time. And the appointed time for reconciliation for sin has always been the year of Jubilee. For restoration has always been a year of Jubilee. Now, I want to remind everybody that in 5679 on the Hebrew calendar, a homeland for the Jews was declared on a year of Jubilee. This began the promise of Joel 3 and verse 1 of restoring Judah. This happened on the Yovel, Jubilee. In 5728 on the next Yovel, the USSR started the Six-Day War with Israel, sending its proxies in hopes of defeating Israel without having to put their own military in harm's way. When the dust settled, Judah, as it is written in Joel 3 verse 1, was given Jerusalem by the Almighty in battle. Here we are now, on the very next Yovel, the very next Jubilee, 5777, 2016, and the storm clouds are gathering again. Russia's proxies are gathering again, but this time and let me remind everyone that Russia started the Six-Day War. It was Russia. Don't ever forget that. And they will start it again, sending their proxies with themselves as backup. And so I ask a question, do you think the Russian proxies in Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, Assad, Iraq, Turkey, yes, I said Turkey, Egypt will stay silent while Russia has all their hardware surrounding Israel? Come on, folks. Let's be honest with ourselves. Based on history, okay, now if Israel, I should say history is repeating itself. We all know this. Now if Israel wins this coming Yovel conflict, based on history, there is nothing left to win except Eretz Israel, or Greater Israel. In order for Scripture to be fulfilled, the entire chapter of Joel 3 must be fulfilled. Say it with me, everyone. Eretz Israel. Now, we had another earthquake in Italy yesterday. I mentioned something about that first earthquake. It was back in August, right in conjunction with the timing that is written in Revelation 6 and verse 12 concerning the sixth seal. And what I wanted to make mention of is the fifth bowl of wrath, which is in conjunction with the fifth trumpet sound. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness. Now we read in Isaiah 60 that during the time of this particular plague is when Israel will be gathered from the ends of the earth to their Eretz Israel. Okay? When all the Jews and all the lost Israelites will be gathered together, will be during this time of darkness. Now, what's going to cause this darkness? Well, we have to go back to the fifth trumpet sound. You see, like I said, it is in conjunction with the fifth vial. Revelation 9 and verse 1. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. Let's go to this. This is not what I wanted to do. Let's go to the second trumpet, and you'll see what I mean. What I'm really trying to get at. So the second trumpet would be in Revelation 8, and what I'm getting at is something causes this darkness. And it is, in verse 8, the second angel sounded, and it, as it were, a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. Now that's a volcano, and there is a great burning mountain, or one that can burn, that is right by the seashore, the Mediterranean Sea. It says the third part of the sea became blood, and the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed. Tsunami. Okay, now I want everybody to bear in mind which sea this is. Daniel 7 points out which sea it is. Starting in verse 2, Daniel spoke and said, I saw in my visions by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea. Now the Atlantic is in the Bible considered the ends of the earth. Okay? But the great sea, every Jewish historian will tell you that the Great Sea is the Mediterranean Sea. That is elementary. It is not even an arguable point. So what we see here in Revelation 8 is this sea that this great burning mountain is cast into is the Great Sea. There is only one active burning mountain in the Mediterranean Sea. When I say in the Mediterranean Sea, I mean on the edge of the Mediterranean Sea. That's Mount Vesuvius. Now, according to this on Superstation, you can go look it up, superstation95.com. Look up devastating magnitude 6.6 earthquake ripped central Italy, and it has update 5:13 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Mount Vesuvius volcano triggered by quake. So I'm being curious as I am. I go and scroll way, way, way down here, and I almost didn't find it because it's so far down. And here you have yesterday at the observatory at Vesuvius, we see lots of tremors underneath Mount Vesuvius that was indeed triggered by this earthquake. It looks like it is possible that Mount Vesuvius might be ready to blow once again. And as it says in the fifth vial, well, let me first mention this. It is written in reports that if it does blow, and if it blows like it did during the Pompeii explosion, that it would cover Europe in darkness for months, which, of course, folks, would be equivalent to the plague of, or similar to the plague of darkness of the fifth vial. So, of course, the explosion of this burning mountain and of its falling into the sea, causing tsunamis, if that would happen, folks, and if it was Mount Vesuvius, it would be far worse than what happened in the days of Pompeii and Herculaneum. And the darkness it would cause. Just look at Isaiah 60, and you'll see. So, what I'm getting at is, every 49 years, in the last, this will be the third one in a row now, a Jewish homeland was declared in the first one. Jerusalem was given to the Jews on the second one, and there's nothing left except on this third one, Eretz Israel. So again, I say to everyone, and say it with me, folks, Eretz Israel. Israel, your children are coming home.